one. Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Slash Chat Podcast. Almir Miel here, and our lovely three hosts, our other hosts of deliciousness.
Hey, how you going?
Roar. So, I will.
That?
What?
What was the roar?
Roar.
Okay, all right.
And like it was massaging everyone's pictures.
Okay.
So, as always, I think we have gotten to the point that now we're on episode, what is this, 7, 8?
I think 8.
8? I think we're pretty tired of introducing ourselves, but we're going to do it anyhow for those people who might just be tuning in. So we're going to start off, as always, in order with Alex. What have you been doing this week? How are you? Who are you?
I'm Alex, and I write for some publications, the Hardcore Gamer magazine, the Pittsburgh Music magazine, and I should say what I've been doing over the last week, okay? Nothing too out of the ordinary as far as what games I've been playing. Kind of been setting aside the reviews, haven't been doing much of that, many reviews this last week. Keeping track on PAX, I guess. I mean, I would have loved to go, but of course that's in Boston. I think it's in Boston.
Yep, Boston.
And all the people at the gaming magazine have been reporting stuff in Boston, and I'm just, this isn't really the convention where there's a bunch of big announcements, but, it's kind of good to hear about all the people I check out on YouTube. Mostly been playing Skyrim, taking breaks playing Sonic games. The only game that I can think of that I've been really that I went back to that I don't usually go to is I decided to start playing Demon's Souls on my PlayStation 3. So and the odd thing is I never could get past the first level of Demon's Souls, and I know that's like a shameful admittance, but apparently this one part that I was stuck on and that I set aside, it apparently has an extremely easy solution. So I feel like a big, dumb, stupid idiot. And I beat the first level boss, and now all of my enthusiasm towards Demon's Souls has come right back. So I'm probably going to continue that a little further down the line. But other than that, it's mostly just been Skyrim and Sonic. I do have something else that I'm probably going to be doing this week, and of course I'm being peer pressured into getting Elder Scrolls Online by
fun.
ESO. ESO. ESO.
I mean, I told Kat well, here's the thing. I told Kat that I'd do it because I want to try this. I'm going.
You know the great
going
part
to
about
do
it, though? You're the only one here who doesn't have it.
It's finally not me for once. I'm just saying.
Peer pressure. I want to do it. I want to try this. I just need to get my finances finalized, and then I'll put forth the effort, and I'll download it, and I'll pay my subscription fee, and then I won't be peer pressured anymore.
Yep.
I'll just be made fun of regular style because I suck at it.
Hey, you'll be with me. I must have died like 20 times yesterday, so I'm just saying.
It's definitely.
Okay, I won't suck that hard.
Exactly.
Everyone's gonna be like, I'm gonna be like the runt of the litter who doesn't know what he's doing. So.
Just don't die as much, and you'll be better than me.
Everyone's gonna be helpful. I assume that all the people who are better than me are gonna teach me and keep their frustration for me just bottled up, and that'll make me feel better.
Yep.
I'll get there. I will play ESO. I'm making a pact with myself on that. So that's what I've been doing.
So, do I hear though, in your near future? I'm just saying, maybe a little bird told me that you might be streaming again.
Where'd you hear that?
I don't know.
Did I put something? Oh yeah, I did tell you. Oh my god, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I mean, one thing I've been having a routine problem, just trying to keep my internet connection consistent for a stream, and I think I found a solution. Wi-Fi may not work, but I think I found a solution that, at the very least, it will make my connection fast enough to stream, and I don't think there's going to be as much intermittency. So I think with that network problem solved, streaming isn't going to be as bad. And I'm also going to, start. I have some video captured for just a production video that I'm working on. I would like to record voiceover for that, but the problem is I've been sick over the last couple days, and I woke up. I know. I woke up this morning and my head was just completely packed with congestion. But I'm gonna do my best, and once I'm better, I'm gonna start recording voiceovers. But yes, I did tell Kat that I'm going to start streaming again. I don't know what I'm going to stream. I'm just gonna find random shit to stream because you don't want to stream the stuff that you don't want to stream the stuff that everyone streams. No one's gonna visit your page. You gotta have that unique hook. So I'm gonna work around that. But yes, I am gonna be streaming, and I don't know. I think Kat will probably have my Twitch channel, Post Mesmeric Gaming. But that is in the cards as well. That's in the cards as well, and I'll visit my channel. I guess I'm good at. Next.
So, David, what have you been doing this week, and who are you?
Oh, this week. Okay, well, I'm David, also known as Cardinal, all my online name stuff. This week has been fairly interesting for me. Went back to work after being sick for ages. That was interesting. Apparently the guard who replaced me, totally useless, does nothing, bit of a wanker. Just sat down all shift and ignored everybody. Didn't do his job. So because of that, every single person that works in the club I work in is like, oh my god, David, I got like a hug from everyone. Like, literally everybody.
Nice.
Fucking weird. So that was cool. I am, as of Thursday, work-wise, running a team of 8. So, pay rise, yay. Not bad. So that starts Thursday, and then we got pretty much every special event afterwards. So like New Year's, Easter, long weekend, everything like that. Be running those 8 guys, which is going to be interesting. Game-wise, Kat's got me kind of hooked on ESO. Yesterday I sort of nerd rage.
One of us.
For the first day, she helped me. We ran around and did stuff, and then the second day I left to my own devices. Apparently not a good idea. By the end of that day, I had died so many times that my armor was completely fucked. Like, the condition had gone down completely. Same with all weapons and everything, and I'm just like, I can't kill anything. So I rage quit for like a day.
What you need is like what they have for like the old arcade games, which is like your death counter. Every single time you like run solo, just have your death counter sitting there. That'd be awesome.
So I came back today and went, right, where's the lowest level area in this fucking game, and I'm going there.
Start from there up.
And I killed everything. So there we go. Which is good. So I'm not dying horribly now. Minecraft as well. Always lots of Minecraft in my life. Probably will be for a long time. Skyrim's taking a little bit of a backseat because the ESO. I mean,
you're playing the same game.
Basically. Yeah. Little differences here and there. Not a big deal. But yeah, so that was my last week. My week coming up is going to be extremely busy. I've got to work more days than I normally do, more hours than I normally do, so I'm going to be tired.
Oh.
That's me.
So, Jeremy, what has you been up to?
Well, let's see. Obviously, I've been on ESO a good bit. Leveling 2 different characters right now. A Nightblade, sort of DPS, sort of healing. Trying to find a balance between the two that doesn't result in me dying too frequently. I think I'm getting close, but not quite there. And then just a good old-fashioned 2-handed Dragon Knight beat stick.
Wait, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. I have to pan over for just 1 second. Carthnell, what were you drinking?
What?
I want to know what you were drinking.
That's cola.
What was it?
Cola.
I doubt it. What was it?
It's just in a different bottle.
Oh. God
It's in
damn it.
like a Gatorade bottle. Because it has a pop top, and I'm like,
Wait,
whatever.
what? I want to see this
Yeah,
bottle.
what do you, what?
I want to see this bottle.
So, then this bottle.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, wait, is he drinking on the job? Is he drinking on the job?
I don't drink, so you can be pretty assured I'm not.
Okay.
As for, so I hadn't told you guys before. Well, there you go. Anyone. Just, I don't, no real reason.
One of these days I'll have a glass of wine
Probably.
on stream. So sorry, Jeremy. I literally was like, ooh,
You
squirrel
got distracted by something random, yes. We're aware that happens almost constantly.
So you've been
I could be
playing
lying my ass off, you
ESO,
never know.
trying to figure out Nightblade healing. Take it from there.
I kind of like the Nightblade healing because the way you heal is by stabbing the opponent repeatedly in the face.
Interesting.
And that seems like an entertaining way to heal to me. Then, of course, just the big two-hander with a lot of heavy armor for when I get frustrated with trying to be subtle and sneaky and just want to smash something with a stick. I haven't been on much else. I did get on Minecraft a little bit last night. What on earth is that noise?
It sounds like somebody tapping. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I wonder why I keep losing my train of thought. Anyway.
Wait, is that a guilty phase? I see a guilty phase. And it's now blown up for the whole stream to see. It's a guilty face.
I didn't mean to interrupt anyone. I apologize, Jeremy.
Wait, now Cardinal needs to be the only one to interrupt him. Then we've all interrupted him.
Not happening.
If you want, I can just go take a nap. I'm tired.
That's because he's a better person than me.
But just barely played any Minecraft, mostly ESO. I haven't been able to do much of anything else this week because I kind of got hurt at work on Saturday. Had to catch someone who was screwing around on a set of uneven bars and kind of tore something in my back. So I haven't been doing a lot other than sitting in the chair playing ESO. Really liking the game so far. Just a couple of gripes. Mostly just filling out bug reports on those gripes and, yelling at gold spammers and people who are being dicks. Beyond that, that's about it.
Fair enough. So I've had an extremely eventful week. I kind of enjoy it, and so I'm gonna start off by saying that I got like my inner rocker on last Friday with Teolger down there as well. We went to see Combi Christ. What was it? New Year's Day, William Control, and can't think of what Jim's band's name was. What was his band's name?
Oh, Reinforced.
Okay, I was gonna be like, don't make me go through my entire stack of CDs now. Because, well, I decided to walk away with merchandise, and let's see here. I got a stack of CDs.
Not bad.
So,
Not bad.
this guy right here, William Control. Yeah, he's wearing a pompadour. It's kind of weird.
He looks kind of like a gothic Rick Astley.
Kinda, yeah. And then, of course, my baby, the Combi Cray CD, which has a hidden penis in it.
Huh.
Yeah, the band decided to draw a hidden penis inside.
Did they play anything from the Devil May Cry soundtrack?
I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm actually not sure what was on that soundtrack, to be honest. So.
Well, I know that they worked on it, I think. Yeah, Comic Christ did that, I think.
But I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up and then I can tell you.
I still have to give a lot of respect to the main guitarist.
Yeah.
Cracked ribs.
He freaking was playing.
Not being able to tell.
Yeah, and then at the end of the concert, the bass hit with the edge of the cymbals, like the guy like threw the cymbal, and like hit literally the bassist with it, gashed his arm open. It was a mess of things. But yeah, that was actually last Friday. And then this whole week, like, that I've had time, been playing ESO off and on. I am, besides, like, playing with Cardinal and with, like, Jeremy, and could be playing with Alex.
No peer pressure.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. With the poking.
She's gonna nag me about this forever until I do something.
That is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
But what is it? Oh, yeah, I'd lost my train of thought. I was like, playing with Cardinal, was like made another lower level, and then playing with Jeremy is like my main. So I've been trying to like keep in level with everyone, but like at the same time, I'm like, but I still want to enjoy the game. So I've actually been like really slowing down my leveling. So I like every once in a while will be like, you know what, I'm actually gonna put this aside for like a couple hours. So in that course of a couple hours, I've actually been like getting my anime on. Like, it feels so weird. I'm like, I can probably finally put myself back to the otaku status, because I took myself down from that a long time ago when I was just like, I don't watch 20 episodes in a week. If I'm not watching 20 episodes of anime in a week, I'm no longer an otaku. And now I'm like, hey, I watched the entire season of, I just want to call it Boom, but that's not the correct name. It's Batum or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
that's a good series.
Oh dear God!
I swear it had like I don't know if they're making a second season. They should.
They should. I had a huge problem watching it. I ranked it. I actually have been
Hugest.
like, huh?
Hugest?
What?
It's not a word.
A lot of things. Neither is Batum, but we're still.
Batum. Yeah, pretty much.
What are your thoughts on that? I want to hear your opinion on that.
I honestly got through it because it was like, it's one of those okay animes that it's just like, I just want to finish it. I want to see how this ends. I want to see what happens. Honestly, I would probably not watch a season 2 of it. I would watch the first episode to see if they got off the island or not, but I wouldn't continue. Because there was just so much whining and so much crying in the series that I was like, I want to see these characters. Okay, for those of you who have not seen, there's this, spoiler warning right here, right now, spoilers. I would bring up the spoiler board, but it's underneath
somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right. Cat Rant Batum Edition.
Batum Edition. Well, it's actually not going to be very long. But they just cried the entire time. And this, for those of you who have not seen it, is like a battle royale type thing that's like based off of a video game. So the people have played this video game called Batum and are then sent to a desert island. So it's kind of like these people who've not played this video game, you're playing pretty much battle royale. And the entire time, they have, like, the main character is just like, I'm not playing this game. I don't want to kill anyone. And then the female character that he's with is like, I'm not playing this game. I don't want to kill anyone. But she actually killed people. Like, she was a rape victim, like, a pretty much, almost
Well,
rape
she
victim.
didn't get raped, but she almost got raped by Gabe Newell.
Yeah.
He looks just like Gabe Newell.
But it was really weird. Like she just witnessed like her friends get raped or whatever. So like the entire time she's like, I hate guys. Guys can't touch me. Don't touch me. Blah blah blah. And it was the entire season. So I'm like expecting this nice character development, which is like kind of like a brutal character development. Like the main character just goes, you know what? Fuck it. I want to get off this island. I want to win. I'm just going to start killing people. I went through each episode and recounted how many opportunities this kid could have killed someone, stolen their little shard to get off the island because you had to collect 7 of these shards. So 8 shards including yours. And I'm like, dude, he could have killed and gotten off the island 10 times. 10 times in the course of like 12 episodes. I'm like,
Wow.
what? And like the entire thing is still just like him crying and him whining, and at the very end he finally comes down to a little conclusion about himself, saying that if he paid more attention to what other people felt, he would have like not been on the island, because the whole purpose of the island was someone hated you more, or hated you enough that they wanted you to disappear. And thus they signed a contract and made you disappear, and thus putting you into this Hunger Games Battle Royale scenario.
Yeah, it definitely has a Hunger Games thing with like little explodey bomb things.
Yeah. So I'm just like, that just got so badly on my nerves that I was like, honestly, I supported the one guy who lost a hand and his leg got hurt, because he was the one that actually had the most character development. Because I was like, this island, so I'm gonna kill them. And then he reverted back to being like, oh, I'm so sorry, I tried to kill you. And he killed himself. And I'm like, he had the most character development out of the whole freaking anime. I'm like, I gave it I think it was a 6 out of 10. I was just like, no. No. No.
Can I share my thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah. Sorry.
There are the characters in that show. I can see everything that you're saying, that it's just the I don't want to kill mentality, which happens in a lot of anime, and even in other anime it doesn't really make much of a difference. Takes a very dark turn in episode 2. It's like, okay, very, very dark past history that really I don't really want to see. The little child psychopath, I fucking hate that kid because he's just fucking nuts.
He was my favorite character.
He's just not. I liked the other guy, the mustache guy that the main character meets early on. I kind of liked him.
The one who lost his hand.
Yeah, what's his name? Like Tyna.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I haven't watched this in a while.
He suffered the most injuries out of that.
Well, I liked him because he was he was just a sort of an everyman, but apparently he had some sort of a, like, you know, he has this cunning beneath him. Great, now I got to click on this link.
I thought it was funny.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just the way it's so simplified.
Okay. Whatever. But I really do see what a lot of you're saying, Kat, and that it's a lot of the character development just seems very poorly handled. And really the whole I hate men mentality from the girl is just like, God damn it, that's in every single frickin' anime. Like, I don't know why we need to discuss this. Like, it was in like the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya for some reason. I'm like,
It's in everything.
but I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about that now that I've heard what your views on it, and it makes sense. Yeah, there are a lot of things that it could, and compared to all the other video games meaning more than just being a game, it's not the most interesting. because they're like, oh, it's not a game anymore. It's real life. And I'm like,
Oh no. Actually, talking about that for 2 seconds, there's a new anime that I'm 100% so stoked. I'm like, I can't freaking wait. I watched the first episode of it, and if you're a Crunchyroll Premium account user, you can watch this episode. It's called No Game, No Life. It's honestly a little creepy to begin with, because it's a brother and sister, like,
yeah,
duo.
don't Google image search that anime.
Yeah, do not.
'Cause
Do-
Jesus Christ,
do
you're
not.
gonna, yeah.
But it literally takes that whole concept of a video game, like anime, and their real life ends up being the video game. So they get taken out of, it's like the Matrix, how you choose to get out of the Matrix and how you choose to like stay in the Matrix. They were like, real life is so boring, this is no game. And then this god was like, yeah, I'll take you to a world that is nothing but games. And now keep in mind, it's not quite a video game-esque, it's just games in general. So like they play chess, they play cards, they play stuff like that. But it has that whole, like, they have that video game mentality of, we are hardcore players, we are raiders, we are running 2 characters, one with one hand, one with the other hand. The little sister plays with her feet. Like, it was really weird. But there's this weird, it's really, like, this is gonna be the one thing that puts me off on this anime, is the brother and the sister relationship that they have. Because she is like super young and he's like average teenage, but their relationship is really creepy. Like, sleep in the same bed, like, was like creepy, and it was like it literally puts me off, like, really badly. Because
So why do we want to watch this?
because it,
For every reason except the
Yeah, the little girl.
lolicon stuff.
yeah, because
Apparently everything else about it, Kat just loves.
it really is really impressive. Like, if you take Shiro from Log Horizon, that whole devious, like, roar, and you take Lelouch, which is just in general just like, I'm kind of out for myself, I'm gonna fuck the world over and become king of everything, and you kind of put them together, but with this weird sister love type thing, it's kind of what you get. And I love the first episode. The first episode was amazing. So the second episode will be available in 21 hours, according to my Crunchyroll queue. But, yeah, I've been watching a crap ton of anime, so.
We can tell.
Let's see. I'm just gonna go quickly through the list. I'm not gonna describe everything unless it's, like, really awesome. So No Game, No Life, been watching. Blade and Soul hasn't been bad. Was watching that. Black Bullet. A lot of these are debuts because the new season, the spring season, has started for anime, so they're bringing out a lot of new stuff. I went back and watched a little bit more of Attack on Titan because I hadn't completely finished the series, and there were a couple episodes that I kind of skipped on. Ghost Hunt, which is on Netflix. It's a classic horror anime. A couple times it made me jump, like, it really did, just like, it got my heart racing, and I was like, what's gonna happen next out of an anime? So it's definitely like a thriller-esque anime. And Hiro no Kakera, I want to say, Kakera. So Hiro no Kakera. But I've literally have been watching those, like, all week. So I finished all of Batum, I guess would be called. But yeah, so that's like my list. And of course ESO, but other than that, I'll be putting up ESO videos on my YouTube coming up probably within the next couple days, because I want to explain my class and my skills. Because a lot of people getting into this game right now are like, how do I make a class? Like, what do I do? What skills do I use? And I went, you know what? You can do anything you want. So having different builds on the internet is always a good thing. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to throw my build out there and tell people, be like, this is how I play. And it's pure DPS. It's a sorcerer as pure, just max DPS. No crowd control, no nothing. I'm pretty useless when it comes down to, like, support in a dungeon, which I found out doing my first dungeon. But pure DPS, throwing out all the numbers, throwing down fire. So,
Yeah, I kind of maxed out healing. I probably know the best for solo run being a support
Yeah.
healer and stuff.
yeah, you're gonna, yeah.
I
learned that out the hard
I
way.
would die. Yeah.
So,
I
we're
did.
gonna
Yeah, I like my healing spell.
leech
Stab
everything.
in face.
Oh.
I should point out it's a ranged stab in the face, drain health, and put it into my friends.
Yeah.
I have a remote backstab.
So, actually,
Oh.
half of these things, like half of the topics in the hat today, are straight from our fabulous Grim. He's submitted, I want to do a shout out real quick for him. He's put in
Grim.
like 70% of all the topics that have been in that hat over the course of this show so far. So, thank you, Grim. We applaud you for your amazing
Yes.
support. So, Alex is giving you an amazing thumbs up.
Yeah,
So.
he's doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than us apparently.
Well, we shouldn't be the ones submitting questions. It should be everyone else. So everyone else, you owe a lot to Grim. So.
Yep. Right now, if it wasn't for Grim, we would just be sitting here just bullshitting about the exact same topic this entire episode. So we're going to jump straight in by saying the first question of today, or first topic of today, is what is your favorite video game series? Like, not just game, but series. So we're going to, of course, go with Alex as our starter. What's your favorite series?
I'm doing that thing. This is my life.
Sonic.
This is like every single game on this disc is why I play video games in the whole frickin' first place. I mean, I remember I actually wrote an article just yesterday about what kind of gets people into video games in the first place, because we all have our favorite games and our favorite series, but I don't think we ever really think of why we like them enough to get into gaming in the first place. So I remember as a kid, anytime I would go over to my cousin's place, I would play their Sega Genesis. I wouldn't talk with anybody. I wouldn't do anything else. I'd just play their Sega Genesis. And I can't remember which game was the first I played, but one of the Sonic games, I kind of jumped around between the first, second, third, and Knuckles, and I'd play them all the time. And I think like it was probably just the character that appealed to me in the first place. I mean, he was just freaking cool, and I wanted to be cool like him. And so I just like the series, especially Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's just fast-paced. There's a lot of really great use of environments. I kind of like to separate the 3D from the 2D because it's hard to say because you're comparing two different things, really. But all of the Sonic Genesis games, almost all of them. Sonic 3D Blast is a stretch because it really isn't a Sonic game. But that's real. All those games, they were just fast. They were stylish. All of the environments were just creatively designed. The music was amazing. There was a sense of scope when the game I just love them. I can go back to playing any Sonic Genesis game, almost, and just play it. Like over the last few weeks, I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and like late at night, and I'm playing it, and this is still awesome. I'm telling myself this is not dated at all, and I think that's what a good game series should do. Like you should always want to go back and play it, and even if it's old, even if it's technically obsolete, if you can still have fun with it, then yeah, it's a series worth it. So that's me. My favorite. It's always going to be Sonic because that's why I got into gaming in the first place.
So David, what is your favorite series?
I'm gonna have to say the Halo series. Just absolutely love those games. It was probably like the first, game I played on console anyway. Yeah, first game I played on console, but not on PC. Basically, I love it. Everything about it, just the adventure, the character stuff. It's just I love it for every reason that it is a game. I love it.
Nice.
I can't wait for everything else they bring out. If they bring out anything else, I want all of it and more of it. Hard to go into that one. It's just everything about it. I have nothing wrong with any of those games. I want to have them all the time, play them all the time. Yep.
So Jeremy, what is your favorite series?
I'll always go back to the Mega Man series, just because, like Alex was talking about Sonic, Mega Man was kind of one of my first gaming series that I really got into. It's kind of funny because I'd never played the first one for the longest time, because it was hard to get a hold of. And then I got a hold of it and went, this is an insanely hard game. But the Mega Man series, I will always go back to. Assassin's Creed, I will always go back to. Those are series that I've played over and over and over again. I think I've played through the Assassin's Creed 2 section of Assassin's Creed, probably all of those games at least 4 or 5 times, and they're long games. Mega Man's 1 through 4, I've probably played through all of those a dozen times easily. I still have them on an emulator on the computer right now. I liked with the Mega Man series how they did a pretty good job of teaching you what you needed to do without slamming you in the face or having something going, hey, listen.
Oh God, that reminds me of the Ego Raptor. That's the Ego Raptor video talking. Sequelitis.
Yeah, it did do a very good job of teaching you of what you needed to do without, slamming you in the face with exposition. I like the Assassin's Creed franchise just because it does something different. They create a lot of depth. Yeah, we know, Kat, you hate Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, totally.
Cat
Totally.
hates it. Especially that Altair guy.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
I still haven't gotten to play through the newest Assassin's Creed because every time I turn on the third one to finish playing it, I just spend my entire time running around killing the British.
Although
Given-
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is on sale on Amazon, the Steam version, for $20.
Oh, I haven't. I just haven't gotten to it
Yeah.
yet because I keep getting on there and playing Kill the British, which, given my ancestry, is kind of humorous.
I demand a link. Seriously.
But that's pretty much it for me.
I'm honestly trying to think of a series that I've gone back and have constantly replayed, or something that has affected me to the point of getting into video games, because a lot of my gaming influence wasn't so much something that I played, but was being immersed in. And a lot of that actually just comes from the whole PlayStation 1 era of things, where Tomb Raider was a huge, when that whole thing started popping up and everyone's oh, if you want the best of entertainment, you have to get a PlayStation 1. That's my generation. But something that I've definitely always had very close to heart even though I don't go back and replay it, has been the Legend of Zelda series. I actually, like, most of the time didn't... A lot of people are like, they're probably going to be like, shun the non-believer. But I honestly, like, I played it once, got through it, enjoyed the story, enjoyed the game, and then was just like, you know what, I'm done. On to the next thing. But...
I'll be right back. Sorry, I'll be right back. I just gotta really use the restroom.
Go ahead.
Go.
Yeah. But, like, playing stuff like that, though, like, it does bring back that nostalgia. I just can't bring myself to be like, you know what, I already know what happens. I know the story. I know exactly where I need to place the bomb. Like, it just... I kind of don't want to ruin that memory of the first time playing it type situation, where a lot of people are like, this has a lot of replay value. I love replaying this. I love revisiting this. And I'm like... That memory of that first time, though, like, you're kind of just substituting it, and like, though that is, like, my absolute, like, hands down, will always be, like, my favorite gaming series. And then, of course, like, a lot of influence of Assassin's Creed. However, I can't really say, though, that it's going to be something that tests time, because it was a series that I really loved, I'm very dedicated to, that I absolutely have, like, huge expectations for. But that was something that I enjoy because of, say, Legend of Zelda. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to go back to the roots of that. But a close second would have to be Assassin's Creed, and then a close third would be the Final Fantasy series. Because, again, those are going to be something that has a lot of impact for a lot of people, especially playing on PlayStation 1. So, I think that was pretty well covered, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's hilarious how we'll spend 15 minutes on a topic, but half an hour on intros.
That's a topic in and of itself, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
What have you been playing lately?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. A little bit.
Okay. So, topic 2. Oh, geez. This is a really long one. And this was one that Grim actually just gave us. So I actually, when I read this topic, I had to instantly think of the Assassin's Creed series. Just to let you know. So, just saying. If you could kill someone in history, would you? And if yes, who would it be? And remember, you will be changing history. So, if you could go back in time and kill someone in history, would you, if you could, but also understand the consequences? That if you do kill them, things would change. So, Alex, if you could go back in history, would you kill someone? And who would it be?
I don't like time travel in general, because there's, changing the future is something that no one, no matter how much they think they prepare for it, it just doesn't turn out the way they want. So, I like the idea of being able to know what would happen if you did do that without having to deal with the consequences. Like, there was a Futurama episode where they asked the what if machine, you just ask it what if something happens, and then it shows you what would happen if it did happen. I want one of those, because then you get to see what happens and not have to suffer any of the consequences. But for this particular question, if I had the opportunity to go back in time and kill someone, I'd say no, because I'm not smart enough to predict everything that could change. So I just time travel is bullshit to me, because you're gonna miss something.
Yeah.
I'd rather know what would happen and not have to deal with the consequences, but if I know that's a stupid answer and it's not very interesting, but I'm freaking nervous when it comes to time paradoxes. So,
So, David, would you kill someone?
yeah, David.
If so,
The
who
going
would
back
it be?
in time part of it, no, I would not. Because, I mean, what it would mean would be denying.
But you'd kill
existence
someone.
to
But you would kill someone.
billions of people. I would kill somebody because, me or them. It's going to be, them.
That's not the problem. Is not killing someone.
Yeah.
It's
The
going
time
back in
paradox.
time to do
Yeah.
so.
This become a very dark episode of truly knowing who your hosts are. if we were trapped on a desert island playing
David has David
like
has
Hunger Games, I can tell you
I got
right
the
now.
advantage because, I'll survive.
If I was fighting for my life, yeah, I'd do it.
But when it comes to history, no, I wouldn't. I mean, regardless of the horrible and terrible things that have happened throughout history, everything that has happened has had to happen for the world to be the way it is, for people to be who they are. If you do this, not only do you change the futures of billions of people throughout history, you're denying existence to some people and giving it to others. Essentially, in that one moment, you attempt to kill God. Whether or not there is a religious question that's not up to that, but you are doing something that is not your right to decide. So, as they know.
Okay, Jeremy, if you could go back.
Really want to ask the physicist about time travel.
Yes. We're opening this can of worms. We're doing it. We're diving into
God.
this. So if you could go back in history and kill one person, would you? And if so, who would it be?
Well, after playing the Command & Conquer Red Alert series, I learned that I should not go back in time and kill Hitler because then Stalin apparently turns into this uber destructive. Okay. The thing is, there are two different thoughts on how time travel would theoretically work. One is that since time is not a linear, fixed thing, it is a variable just like any other dimension, that if I tried to go back in time and kill someone, then either I was already going to do it so it had already happened, so I'd be killing someone that we don't currently know that exists because I already killed them.
Ah, I see where you're going.
Exactly.
Or the other thought is that as soon as you change something, you actually shift into an alternate dimension where that is what was always going to happen. So nothing actually changes for the dimension you're originally from. You just get shifted into a dimension you are currently. Like I said, are you really sure you want to ask me this question?
So who would you
Yeah.
kill? Let's run this through. Who would you
Apparently,
kill?
I would kill someone that none of us knows
Regardless
exists.
of the plausibility, we have to separate we have to separate all of the physics laws and structures.
Apparently, I would kill someone that none of us knows exists because I already killed them.
That is not a conclusive answer.
Yes, it is.
No.
It is in accordance with the prophecy.
Kind of works.
He did give an answer. He did give an answer.
Yeah.
The question never said you have to give a non-bullshit answer.
That's not a bullshit answer.
Throw enough science
No,
at it.
I mean like literally, it is the least bullshit answer. But in reference to answering the question,
Okay, how's this?
Yeah,
I would not kill Hitler because then we get Mecha Stalin.
Hmm.
And Mecha Stalin
Mecha Stalin. Is that like
that's
Hitler from
according to Red Alert,
Wolfenstein?
and it's a video
It's like
game show, so I'm
Wolfenstein,
going to go with
it's
video
Stalin.
game answer.
I like that answer though. I played those games.
So Grim has stated in chat, LOL, I fucked up the podcast.
Yeah, Grim, you did fuck up the podcast.
It's all your fault.
How do you think I felt trying to explain time paradoxes without going off on a rant?
Time travel sucks.
Okay, so if I could go back in history and kill someone, would I? Yes, there is no question of that. Who would I kill?
list going through our head right now.
The first,
Scrolling down the list.
literally the first person that came into my mind.
What?
Don't make me. I already. I'm losing my train of thought now because of freaking
Cat,
Jeremy.
say it. You're building this up and you're not following up. God.
Yell at Jeremy. He's like, duh. I'm like, I'm talking.
Yeah, remember
Someone's
what
like,
happened in the intro?
just touch
Payback
time. So someone says long list ? Actually, no. My train of thought on this though is the first person who I would go back in history and kill actually would be Christopher Columbus, because I would be interested to know what would happen if that whole like discovering America thing was done by someone else, and what it would be
done by someone else.
Hush you. I know it was. It was. It really was. But according to the history and according to the history books, so that's my first train of thought with things. So, I know. Believe me, I know.
I honestly
you
think-
of
I
Indian
honestly-
descendants. I'm going to put your
I
on
honestly
screen.
think that
No, I was actually referring to the Vikings and
Well-
to the other European explorer. I think his name was actually America.
I'm talking
Columbus
though.
never set foot on the continent.
Kat, I think that's I think that if someone other than Christopher Columbus was the one to sail from Europe to North America, that things wouldn't be too much different.
Well,
because-
that's what I'm wondering, though, is if killing Christopher Columbus would either allow someone else of a different continent, well, country-ish, to come over and then reclaim everything and do whatever. So that was thought one. And I'm actually gonna cause a lot of people to suddenly just look at me and be like, what is wrong with this girl? I almost don't want to say this. I really don't, because it's really going to start a huge thing.
Who
So-
cares? I want to hear what you have to say.
I'm
Yeah.
going to say this, and then the topic is being dropped for the sake of everyone.
Oh, come on, that's cheating.
Host.
No.
That's
We will not judge you. We just want to know what you have to say.
The creator of the first Bible, like of Christianity Bible,
That's
if that
interesting.
did not exist, what would happen to the religious like standpoints that we
Well-
get now? Because then I would like to see what religion actually would come into play. Who would take over? Like, what would be the general populace of religion? Like, would it still be like Buddhism, Islam, stuff like that, if Christianity hadn't become such the huge thing as it did?
What's so controversial about that? That's interesting.
It is very interesting. It is very interesting for people, but it is a topic of religion, and I do not want to cause a huge thing of it. So we're going on to our next topic.
Well, okay, we'll respect you on this one and close the book on this particular topic.
We as a group can talk about this when we're not streaming. How about that?
Okay. I'll bring up a very interesting point when we're done that most people
the
don't.
Bible.
But that was just something that was very interesting to me, and I was like, that will be like part of the thing that I would screw up history for.
Just
Okay.
to see what happens.
Read into other religions, most are very similar. Yeah. I just, politics and religion are two things I try to ex-nay when it comes down to public speaking. So
Fair enough.
we're gonna move into the next topic of topic number 3. Okay, so now that we know our fellow /chatters, as we're called, and chatties, as we are called, and we figured out that
I mean, you don't want to call us slashers,
no,
especially after we determined that all of us
No.
kill someone.
no.
When I think
Going
of
that right.
when I think of slash chat, no, when I think of slash chat, it makes me think of like homoerotic fan fiction.
Yes.
Because you have slash fiction where like
Yeah.
two be shonen characters have like romance. So when you think of slash chat, we are not a podcast focused on that topic.
Yeah. But because we all know
Sorry
that,
to break it. Yeah.
that we would survive, like all four of us, we could handle being thrown into the Hunger Games. We would handle being thrown into Battle Royale. So that's a little tidbit of information. But what do you think is the best feature of your fellow /chatters? And we are supposed to name one of each. So.
One of each person. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. So. I'm actually. I can I volunteer to start first on this?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Sure.
Give her enough time to think.
This will be good.
Okay. So. I have to say that for Alex, and I'm going to be talking and actually going to each person as I'm talking instead of having me sit here and talk with my screen up. So for Alex, my favorite feature of him is actually his in-depth with knowing topics and being able to discuss things, and that's actually something that I've admired in a lot of people, but especially someone who's sitting here on the podcast. I have to name a feature, so that's going to be my feature, is his in-depth detail to discussions. So, and then for Cardinal, or David rather, the best feature, he's Australian. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you don't like that he's Australian. He's like, no.
Putting his hood up. Actually, no. Like, the best feature with Cardinal, though, is because a lot of times you need that other cultural aspect of things, and he does throw tidbits that just makes me kind of go, what the fuck? Like, what is going on right now? And he's just one of those people that just, yes, that kind of just makes you wonder and think, and it's just like, you know what, Karth? Give you a hug for that one. Give you a hug for the difference
I'm gonna
of
take
that.
the hug.
Take
Thank
the
you.
hug. Take it. You'll take it.
Yep.
And honestly, okay, this is gonna be off the wall and completely random, but the best feature I find of Jeremy is his anti-social interaction to the internet. Because in this day and age, that is so difficult for most people to be like, you know what?
That's really not.
Well, no, like, it kind of is, because everything's so intuitive to being like, look, you have to have Facebook, you have to have Twitter. To be out there and be known, you have to have something on a website. And I actually, I tip my hat to you, dear fellow, that you've been off the internet. No one can, like, find you anywhere. And again, like I said, I tip my hat to you. So
It's just because I don't want the aliens to find me.
that's true. So I've given you guys time to figure out what you think of your fellow /chatters. So we'll start it off by Alex. One thing of each other person.
Okay. I guess I'll start with Jeremy. Because I'm just, I don't know, because now I don't know Jeremy too well, but even in this short period of time, I've learned that he's a very intelligent person. I mean, but he's smart, but he doesn't, not in an elitist way. He treats his intelligence without without being boastful about it. He never exerts a personality like, I am better than everyone else, and quite frankly, that's hard to find these days. As for David,
Grim says Jeremy is actually dead. These are all just recordings.
oh, well, joke's on me.
Well, no one would know.
Well, you're a smart recording, Jeremy.
I am a robot.
Well, you're a smart robot, and you're not an elitist robot. Now, David, you actually remind me of a friend of mine that lives back in St. Louis, where I grew up. In a good way, trust me. And well, I'm gonna say it, and I mean this in the least offensive possible. This friend of mine, we kind of treat this friend, we poke a lot of jokes at him. Like when one person in our group kind of does something stupid, we kind of blame the other guy for it. And I know that thing is, and I think the part about David that you like is that you're extremely laid back, and the fact that we poke a lot of fun at you, especially with like the water world situation from before.
Yes.
We'll never back down.
Yeah, and some people think that they just are so uptight and they treat themselves so seriously that it's hard to kind of be a little less formal with them. And the fact that you're laid back and respectful and like I said, we don't make these jokes to treat you badly at all.
Yeah.
But some people might interpret that as being insulted, but you don't, and I think that's great. I really like people who are able to take jokes and dish them back in that kind of way.
Yeah.
And I respect that a lot for you. And that's what when we make jokes and we kind of poke fun at you, like with the water world situation. That shows that we can laugh along and you never return that attitude, which is also interesting. You're a nice person. That's really all I can say. You're nice.
Thank you. Just one
I'm
of
not
my
nice. And now I'm on Cat. Okay. I'm on. I am on the spot right now. The best part about Cat. Oh boy. I should have.
Folgers in your cup?
No, that's not it. Oh, she's fucking funny. She's a funny nerd.
Nerd!
Okay, I'm going to say this. If there's one thing about Kat that I think is just the best, I'm trying to think of this in the least bizarre way possible.
The way that's not going to get you kicked off the show. No.
I know. Would you really kick me off the show? Me? God damn it, I feel bad now.
No, just fucking with you.
It's not I'm not trying to say it. It's not that I'm trying to think of something good to say. I can't. I'm trying to pick the one part. Oh, God damn it. Ugh.
I thought the fucking funny thing was that, because I mean, I kind of agree.
Well, it's funny, but it's like a goofy, adorable kind of funny.
She's
so I can't really
adorable.
segregate it from each other.
Adorkable.
Yes, there we go. I'll go with that. Kat is adorkable, and I don't know. She can make making fun of me freaking enjoyable because she does that all the time. So I'll say adorkable. Kat is adorkable. There, I'm on there. Next.
Okay.
Grim says
Get the
Alex is
spotlight off me now.
Grim says Alex is looking at the words in his palm, but they're all blurred out by the sweat.
Get off my back, Grim. I'd show them to you, but I don't want to be a liar.
So David, your fellow
Alright,
slash chatters.
Couple things. One thing mainly is I love the fact, and this is the quality that I think the three of you share, that most of you haven't known me very long, especially Alex and Jeremy. Like, the first time I've talked to them was, like, the first podcast, and I was accepted immediately. There was no, hey, who's this guy? It was just, hey, buddy, how you going? Great, and that's how, that's awesome. They just accepted it with no problem, whatever. It was cool. So I think that's a great quality, just for all three of them, that they all share pretty equally. Wanted to say that. Individually, I'm going down the list on my thing. Alex, I've asked him for advice a couple times on, internet stuff, helping me with my music and stuff, and he just offers it up freely. It's not like, why are you asking me, or, I need something in return. It was just, yeah, sure, I'll help you out. Bam, done. Extremely helpful. And you don't get that a lot these days from most people. Like where I live, people are kind of dicks. So, you know, with Kat, every time, you have a question about a game or, you want to play a game with them, it's just like, hey, how about this? And straight up, yes or no, is great. If you need help with something, she's always incredibly open with those sorts of things. And, with Jeremy, I haven't really talked to you very much. So give me some input. From what I've talked to him about, I like that he's open with his job. He doesn't, with the fitness stuff, he's not like everyone should be like this. Because I know a lot of people that are very much like that. They're either ex-military or they're just fitness freaks in general. And they're like, no, everyone has to be like this or else. And he's just very much just like, cool, it would be good if you did it. Doesn't really matter. Whatever. So I find that pretty cool. He doesn't try to, force his lifestyle on anybody in any way, shape, or form. Like even before with other questions where he's like, well, I could go into, the physics answers and stuff, but he'll dial it back because he knows most of us probably would be just like, dude, why?
Don't want to listen to me talk for 3 hours about...
Exactly. And a lot of people don't have the ability to see when what they're talking about holds no fucking interest to somebody, then they just keep going. And
to be fair, sometimes I will do that just to be a dick.
Yeah, but at least he knows he's being a dick on purpose. So people are just like, so, they keep going. It's, a lot of people, they're just like, you're going to hear what I'm going to have to say, and then I'm done, and I'm going to leave. That's a lot of people. It's just how it is. I mean, overall, those are the qualities that you guys that I like, and I very much appreciate the fact that I was accepted into this group extremely quickly and effortlessly. And I'm going to murder you, bitch. But yeah, so...
I'm sorry. Alex was blowing his nose, and I had it on free shot so that it immediately switched over. And it was just like his back to the camera and that noise. I was just like...
Yeah.
I told you I've been sick. God.
When I need to do stuff like that, that's why this thing keeps popping in front of my camera. And then I'll mute my mic.
Do you want me to just blow my nose into the microphone so everyone can hear that?
No.
Yeah, that would be worse.
The sound of my sinuses just completely exhuming whatever is inside them.
Oh, it was just amusing. That's all it was.
Perfectly
Next on
timed.
Slat Chat, we have Snot Cam.
I'll shove the webcam right up my frickin' nose.
For the third time today, I'm gonna do this. And I'm moving
My
on.
head is full. God damn it.
It's okay.
Like I said,
Dude.
everyone makes fun of me. But I...
So Jeremy, your turn. What is the quality of your slash chatters?
Why are we all approaching this like we're being led to a guillotine?
kind of hard. Kind of, sort of.
Wait. Are you talking specifically me when I bring this up?
No, it just seems like as soon as the question came up, everyone kind of did the told deer in the headlights thing.
Everyone's like, shh.
Myself included. Anyway. Okay,
on the
let's
spot.
see. I'll just go from left to right as far as who's on the boxes on my screen. I have no idea how it shows up on anyone else's.
That's how I went.
Let's see, Alex. He has a lot of different areas of interest that I don't necessarily know a lot about, so it's kind of nice learning new things. And like David said, he's very free with information. He'll talk about it very quickly, very easily. And apparently he likes cola. But that's okay, because I like cola. And David also a fellow cola lover. Yeah, we really haven't gotten to talk a whole lot. I've seen him around the
Sorry about that, man.
server a lot. He's very helpful with fixing things on there when the server's trying to crash, which hopefully the thing I did last night won't cause that to happen.
I fixed the thing.
Very helpful, very kind. and like others have said, great sense of humor. That's nice to have because I'm too used to hanging around people who are either way too serious or the only way they can joke is to rip somebody else down, and not in the good way. Like we were talking about, we just kind of, again, dating myself, we rag on each other a little bit just because it's all in good fun. I hang around way too many people out away from the internet, ironically enough, who the only way they can have fun is by ragging on people, but not in a friendly, jovial manner, but in a, I want to tear this person down just to make myself feel better kind of way. So it's nice to hang out with people who can have a good time. We can talk, we can laugh. Almir. I'm wondering what facial expression I'm going to get. Let's see. She defies description. Actually, the term I used earlier, adorkable, kind of fits it. She's silly, fun, can kind of brighten my day up sometimes. Especially when it's kind of dreary like it is today. And introduces me to a lot of new people.
Like me.
Yeah. Actually, both the people in this podcast I probably would never have run into were it not for her.
Especially me because I live in Australia, but
because with the job I have, I do meet a lot of new people on a fairly regular basis, but most of the time they're people I have absolutely nothing in common with, and I have to try and hold a conversation with them, and So it's actually, I think that is it. She introduces me to a lot of people that I wouldn't meet otherwise, and I don't know. I think it's a good thing to expand one's social circle. Did I do that without sticking my foot in my mouth too far?
This is a round of applause for everyone for being quite heartfelt for the last 10 minutes. Well, longer than that. But everyone has been very heartfelt, and I started drawing little flowers. So.
Yay.
It's just, like, I was like, oh, this is so cute. Everyone's, like, getting to know each other, and this is adorable, and we're trying to be quality time. I'm just going to sit here and draw little flowers. So hopefully we...
Someone has ADD.
Oh, look, a topic.
Okay.
Ooh. Shiny.
No, she's just scatterbrained.
I am scatterbrained.
I have kids that are ADD. She's not ADD. She's just, hey, a chicken.
She's just gets amused by things that would otherwise be ignored. I guess.
Yeah. I could see that. So hopefully we're kind of getting out of like more or less serious topics. Oh, this is like a less serious topic, but we did kind of touch on this before, so keep in mind. Next topic. What else do you watch / listen to while gaming? So is there other things that are there other things that you do while you're gaming? Like, do you multitask or do you just play the video game? So that's what we're trying to figure out. Alex, is there anything that you watch or you do other than just playing the game, or do you just play the game?
Well, it kind of depends on the game for me. Like, a lot of the games that I play have just really good soundtracks, so I don't like doing much else. However, sometimes I remember, like, when I was playing Pokemon Y on my 3DS, the music in that game really doesn't interest me, so what I do is I turn the volume on my 3DS down, and I put my YouTube on my PlayStation 3 and just have two best friends play going on. I mean, I wouldn't even care about what they were playing or the game itself, or the video. I would just listen to their commentary. But then there's like games like Skyrim where I need to listen to it. But as far as just things that I do when I'm playing games, like Minecraft has like almost no music to me. I mean, it may have a few lighter compositions, but there's just not much. So I just go on my Google Music player and stream music while I'm playing Minecraft. I listen to music while doing a lot of stuff, and it helps me focus on a lot of things. But sometimes you just want to, because Minecraft, there's just no music that appeals to me. So I turn on like what was I listening to? Bring Me the Horizon or Aphex Twin or anything that's just you put on an album and then you can just it helps me focus on mining and constructing a lot more than just listening to very quiet music and hissing. Although I still hear the hissing and I still hear the however, the sound that you get hit and you go That is the weirdest pain sound I've ever heard in my life.
It sounds like somebody about to throw up, but they're trying to stop it. That's what it sounds like.
That's like someone being punched in the stomach and about to throw up at the same time.
Yeah.
It's so guttural. It's such a guttural noise, but
it really is.
But I don't really multitask much when I'm games. If it's something like Minecraft where there isn't much music at all, yeah, I'll put on music. But pretty much everything else, I just play the game.
There can be music in Minecraft, though.
Music disc.
For instance, that.
Fuzzy streamer and stuff.
I know, but I like my music. God damn it.
Now you want to click on the link.
I'm gonna take
I
a
did
wild
click
guess.
on the link.
Something made out of no blocks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm currently
Although I
playing.
do kind of like that. I do kind of like that song "Don't Mine at Night." That's not bad.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
They make a lot of little Minecraft spoofs. God, these people! Why do you?
That's why we're here,
my
man.
work ethic is just nowhere near theirs, and I feel like a bad person.
Oh my god, this thing is.
Intricate.
Oh yeah.
So do you think it would slow down the server if I put one of those on?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Do it anyway. Nothing bad will happen.
Probably not as bad as what Crafted, even though this is more complicated in one aspect. It hasn't got
It's not always on.
timers that he was using, and it's not always on. So you'd have a moment of just like, what happens? That'd be about it, probably. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the reins here, seeing as we got a little bit dead air there.
I was watching this video. I was just like, what?
I
I
always do something else while I'm playing games. Whether it be like, watching someone else playing a game through live streaming, or occasionally live streaming myself, or I'm watching a movie. One of those three things is happening while I'm playing a game. Quite often it's live streams, because that's kind of awesome. I like watching those sorts of things. For me, it's better than any television. It's like, this is the thing I like with somebody good at doing what they do that I also like, and it's perfect for you when you pick your live streamer. If you're watching a movie, then of course, same deal. You pick the movies you want to watch and they play, but you can only watch so many movies because there's not really that many out there for some people. Then they have like things that they like or whatever.
I find live streaming, like watching other live streams while playing a game, is actually very motivating.
Oh yeah, so much so. And if you're playing Minecraft, for me in particular, I need to have something else going on in the background if I'm building or mining, basically, which is all of Minecraft.
Yeah.
So there's always something going on there that I can watch and then be like, all right, I'm mining now, and just stare at the other screen, just like, yep, oh, look, I'm done mining. Let's go home now. Pretty much it. There's always something going on for me. And I have 3 monitors, so there's always enough space. I'd have 4, but it doesn't fit on my desk, so, yeah. Plus, also, I don't see the point of the 4th one.
You have 1 for your information, 1 for your game, and then 1 for your entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I run 3 monitors as well, so I know what that is.
A question I always get, and I apologize to any young people watching this right now, but anytime I tell someone that's not a gamer that I have 3 or more screens, they're like, so do you watch porn on all of those? And I'm like, no. Immediately I'm like, no. But that's the question I always get, and I'm not sure why. If you guys can think of why that's a question.
Because then you get people like me.
Who do?
Like, I'm kidding.
But yeah,
I just get my 50-inch, my 42-inch TV, and then no. I'm kidding, guys. I am 100% kidding. I do use my phone though.
Yeah, so that seems to happen a lot. That question. It's kind of funny. I find it funny anyway.
Yeah.
Because I laugh at them so hard, and they're just like, I'm not sure if it's a yes or a no. And I'm like, you're never gonna know. I like this. It's your clarity. Anyway, next person.
So Jeremy.
Before I answer the question, I just have to say, I was looking up stuff about Elder Scroll builds there for a minute, and a survey popped up as to which type of which way you were going to buy the game. This is how they spelled the word physical.
I'm a horrible speller.
PSYCHICAL. Spelling is my worst subject. That is what kept me from a perfect score on the ACT, is spelling mistakes. And even I know that is freaking wrong. Sorry, that just slight rant there. Okay, do I multitask while playing it? No, never. Not at all. Nope. I'm not being even slightly sarcastic. No, pretty much always. I like gaming. I love video games. Don't get me wrong. But it's... I think something with puppies. She has... I almost always have to have something going on. Sometimes when I first start a game, or if a game involves very intricate puzzles, like Secret World did, then I don't have anything playing. But even on Secret World, or especially something like Skyrim, where there's lots of stuff, there's long periods of travel, I still have the sound on for the game, because I still like to be able to hear what's going on in the game. Even Minecraft, I have the sound on during the game. Speaking of the sound on. But I usually have my other monitor died, so instead I have my tablet sitting over here. It's actually what my camera's attached to.
Cool.
But I'll have like a movie or something playing on it. Usually it's something off of Netflix.
Gets back into the discussion of sub versus dubbed anime type stuff.
Yeah. I'll have, sometimes an anime playing, Hellsing Abridged, and DBZ Abridged make frequent appearances on that list if I don't want to screw up bandwidth. If I've got enough bandwidth that I can afford to stream movies, then usually I'll have something on Netflix. A lot of times it's a show I've already watched, or a show I am passively interested in watching, but it's not something that's going to completely hold my attention. By the same token, even when I've got a movie or something on the, my TV, or I am watching a movie appear on the computer, I still have to be doing something else. I have a hard time finding something that is capable of completely holding my attention. I have to multitask. It's not ADD, I don't know what it is, because I can still pay attention to all of it. I just need something to hold my focus, or I start getting bored and tired, and that's probably what everyone in the audience is doing right now with me talking. So we'll move on to the next person. Bye.
Actually, something I find is for those who play video games but get bored, because there is no multitasking, actually streaming works very well for that, because you're talking to a chat, you are interacting with other people. Now, however, in that same aspect, if no one's coming to visit you, you kind of feel even worse than bored at that point, because then you're just like, I'm trying to accomplish something and trying to do something, and it's just failing miserably. So why am I even doing this as I multitask? But other than that, I do think people who need to multitask should stream. But also, like,
But
for
I have
me,
a crappy computer.
I know. For me personally, it is really dependent on the game. Minecraft, like everyone's stated, if I'm mining or building, I'm usually watching or listening to something else. If I'm not on stream, I had a lot of times like leveling in, say, World of Warcraft. I would listen to the really epic video game soundtracks, heavy metal. I would listen to dubstep. I would listen to a lot of just like really high energy, high intensity music to try and get me to level quicker. Something I'm finding with like ESO, I don't actually get the ability to multitask because so many of the quests are voiceovers. It's completely a voice game. So I don't.
That's when I paused the movie.
Yeah, like I don't want to take time to switch over, pause something else, or unpause something else. I'm just like, you know what? I'll deal with just playing the game. And a lot of times something that helps with that too is like being on Skype with someone and talking to someone while running, and that helps a lot. Because then not only are you paying attention to the game, but you're also either A, helping someone else, 2, multitasking in your own way that you can be like, dude, this quest is so boring, why don't we strike up an interesting conversation? Or 3, in general, like the two of you, like you find out what parts you're so immersed in that like there's just complete silence, which I've definitely come down to. Or the case situation in most cases, shit, I'm dying. Where the hell are you? And then it's like the other person's like, I'm over here. Instead of being like, take 2 seconds to type, I am dying, you can just be like, dude, I'm dying. Where are you? So, but yeah.
Why isn't this NPC they gave me doing anything?
Yeah.
He has a sword and a shield, and he's standing there.
But really, a lot of times, if I can multitask, I usually do because I feel like there's not enough. What is it?
My camera just froze when you like like your face was kind of contorted and your tongue was sticking out of it. It froze there for like 30 seconds, and I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. But yeah, like if I can multitask, I usually do because I don't feel like there's enough hours in the day. So if I can pack as many things as I can, especially like TV shows and animes and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I have to multitask. It's bad enough that I can be playing the game, carrying on a conversation, and watching a show all at the same time and actually focus on all 3.
Yeah, there were several times where I was just like, what are you watching?
Deep Space Nine at the moment.
Oh, let's see. Next topic. I'm like pulling 2 out at a time, 2 or 3. Don't want to do that. Okay, so next topic. What are... Okay, so if you could have a nickname that you don't already have, what would you choose? I'm actually going to take this a step further. Okay, so we're gonna run with this, but I'm gonna take it a step further.
Oh boy.
What is your superhero name? If you were a superhero, because I mean it's essentially your nickname. But I mean, like, I have so many nicknames. So many nicknames that at this point in my life, I'm just like, if I could have another name, I don't want another nickname. I really don't. Like, so I want a superhero. So we're gonna exchange this question and turn it into, what is your superhero name? Alex, what is your superhero name?
I don't know what my superpower is, so I can't determine that yet.
You. Like, if we all, like, turned into, like, a kick-ass movie, what would your name be?
Well, it depends on what my superpower is.
We have no superpowers.
Well, what's the... So that's
Dude,
just a nickname.
Hero name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so say
But if you
You can't have a superhero name if you're not a superhero.
not technically, you have Kick-Ass, you have Hit Girl, you have
By link, it is not safe for work. Don't listen to it while there are sensitive ears around.
oh
Stephen Lynch.
superhero yes. Stephen Lynch. Okay, so
Oh God, that's a... I saw him live at my college. He did a good job. Everyone knew the words to special. Like
So-
what my superhero? Oh, I need to know what my superpower is.
no, you're an ordinary person. You're fighting crime in your pajamas. What is your what is your nickname superhero?
Tell me
name?
why we don't do that now.
I don't want
I do
people to
that all
know
the time.
it's me if I'm running around in my pajamas in the middle of the night, approaching people. in
Exactly.
dark
So what is your superhero name? What is
But I'm not a
okay?
superhero.
Okay. Fine. To appease you, what is your alter ego?
Oh, what?
What is your alter ego?
Oh, that's different. Okay. All right. Alter ego is different. I'm trying to think of I don't want to use my username. I use that a lot, but I don't think it's really an alter ego. Alter ego. Huh. Oh God.
Does anyone know? Because then we can just come back to people who don't know what they're.
I have an intriguing
Shut
answer.
People who aren't prepared?
Well, I mean, I can honestly tell you, I don't know what my alter ego name would be right now. So
Well, neither do I.
that's what I mean. If someone knows what their name
Yeah,
is.
if anyone knows, go ahead.
But I do have an answer for it. Right. I am
for
a
it.
thorough believer that even if you are a little vigilante, hero, superhero, whatever, the people decide, not you. So you're not supposed to pick your own name anyway. It's supposed to be like, for the Green Arrow, they called him, the fucking Green Arrow, and the vigilante for ages. They chose his name basically. For most superheroes and vigilantes and whatever, until incredibly recently, have all had their names chosen by the general population or media or something. So we should not be picking our own damn names.
Yeah,
Pick
choosing
for
your
us.
own nickname can be a little weird. Most of the
And
time,
same goes for
people.
normal nicknames. You don't make your own one.
Yeah.
People give it to you for some reason. Either because they hate you or they think that this one thing is funny.
I mean,
Other
I gave
people
myself
make that
one
decision.
nickname, but
What one nickname?
Tjolger. Oh, the full one is Tjolger,
Yeah.
which means something along the lines of tiger hunting in the dark. Which probably says way more about me than I would pick that as a nickname.
Actually, a lot of people kind of don't know the origin of Almir Miel, and like Carthnell says, this is straight up. This is straight up from what Carthnell said. I did not choose this nickname. I was actually given this name, Almir Miel, and it was based on when someone kind of like having someone's true name. If anyone's familiar with the reference of true names, knowing someone's true name in an aspect of like a ritual sense, or like knowing the person spiritual sense. There we go, a spiritual sense. And in this course of my life, that was a huge part of me. Like, I was all about the spiritual sense of like who I am. And I was actually given this name because I was trying to truly figure out who I was and what I stood for. And someone who knew me very well at the time had been like, I'm going to take all of these things, all of these things that embody you and give you this name. And it actually took, I want to say, over the course of like a month and a half for this person to figure out what this name was. Well, I am an elf, like straight up. Like straight out of Lord of the Rings, I am an elf. This is going to be too much information, but I'm a firm believer in no hair from here down. Like, I hate it. Like, I don't want to be in the woods. I want to be in the city. Like, ooh, bug, but I'm not, like, girly girl about it. So I still have, like, the regal,
Wait,
like...
you're an elf that doesn't want to be in the woods. There's something wrong with that statement.
Will you let me finish?
Kind of.
Now's the point.
He has a point, but if you look at Rivendell, it's a very pretty structure. It is in the woods, it's in the mountainside, but it's not like huts and tents. Like, I like the outdoor aspect, like to be outside and to see the beauty of everything. But I'm really not like, if I'm gonna sit in a canopy, there's gonna be like a net around me. But that's kind of like what I mean though with like Rivendell and stuff like that. The aspect of those kind of elves, they don't get their hands dirty, but they still live in the woods. And that was a huge part of me. Like that's how I am. Hence the elf ears that I got from ThinkGeek. Quit dying.
Don't die.
Don't die.
Hopefully that worked when I tried to mute my mic just now.
No, it didn't.
No.
Sorry.
It's okay. But another aspect is like I'm a person who wants to be a private person. Like that's who I am. And I can tell you a lot of people, like almost probably about 80% of my real life, my true friends, like my sisters, brothers, like my true friends, don't even know my real name. I have gone by Kat since high school, the very beginning of high school. Like, I was just like, that was a nickname I gave to myself because I did not want my real name. Like, I disown my real name. So I gave myself the nickname of Kat. And everyone, teachers, the principal, the public, like the only time is if it's like a law official officer or something that, like Social Security. Other than that, I'm like, I'm Kat. And so that played a huge part into who I am. So when you get Almir and Miel means cat. And Almir Miel, in a whole, is an elven name. It comes from Tolkien. And Almir, the first part of that is fire. It means flame cat. The whole name means flame cat. And that is a huge aspect of me because I'm a Sagittarius. It's a fire element. I'm very fiery. I'm the typical person who's just gonna go off the swing for no reason at all. Like, huge temper, impatient, embodiment of the fire element. And that name just 100% became who I was. And like Cardinal said, that was... That was just the nickname that was given to me.
And it fit really well.
Yeah. And yeah. So that's something like, if you're really gonna get a nickname that's gonna be important to the person, it should be from someone else. So.
I completely agree.
But if I was a superhero,
Yep.
my nickname would totally be like, well, Night Girl. Ma. No.
If you want to go
Alex is just like, what?
I didn't say anything.
I might run around in like a
Say anything.
Batman suit and call myself Batman and run around and be like, I'm Batman.
Actually, no. I will be Night Owl, and I will dress up in an owl kigurumi that's like all in black, and then be like, I am the Night Owl.
I know what my name would be.
What?
And Almir is the only one who's probably going to get this unless Raytog is in chat. Chapman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. Might have to explain.
I played Jack the Ripper in a haunted house.
Ah,
And
creepy, but cool.
Yeah. There was also... Actually, now that I think about it, Groth. I didn't come up with that name. That was Mike Flanagan, Damien's brother. He came up with that one. And that was a name that I ended up going by for a long time because that was another character in the Haunt. And it's actually one of my ESO characters. Groth Ravenstorm Viking. And I have gotten called Shadow and things like that a couple of times. If it wasn't already taken, Shadow would be an awesome superhero name. But I got that one because I could, hide in plain sight. I could cling to, the ceiling and drop down in front of people. I used to actually hunt with either a bow or a spear at night in the woods. And then there was the time I snuck up on a group of people at the Haunt at a dead run wearing chainmail on pavement. I'm still not sure how I did that. So, Shadow.
Yep.
Not the Shadow. Just Shadow. Or Shade. Shade would work.
So David, like,
Okay,
was there ever a name that you were given, like, as a nickname from someone else?
No, not really. People tried, and I just be like, no. Dave or David. Other than that, it's off. That was me, like, most of my life.
So no character.
Really counts, the only thing that really counts is my net name I go by now, Cosnell. Technically given to me by somebody else, although we made it together. To me and my brother when I was like 8. It was a really weird time for both of us, and I'm like, I gotta get my brother talking. I want to have a brother basically. So I would like intrude on him being a gamer, him all being depressed and stuff. And it started with me just being like, I would just sit in the chair next to him while he was doing shit because he wouldn't talk to anybody. And then, he would start talking to me, and I'm like, all right, so teach me this game. We have to make a character. And then we started talking about the name. And that's what we came up with, Cosnell. This was fucking ages ago. And, it's stuck with me ever since. It's important to me. It's probably, it's really important to me, actually. I would never, let it go for anything. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
So based on this now, Alex, how did you get post mesmeric?
Oh God.
Your true name is Ow Mau Mau.
Skooma Cat.
I am Skooma Cat.
Do you have the moon sugar? May your travels bring you to warm sands, or however they talk.
I just think it's fun. They're a race of trolls because they're a bunch of cat people who come from a place called Elsewhere.
Where do you come from? Elsewhere.
So Alex,
Yeah, but where
post
is that?
mesmeric, where did you get the name?
That's a secret.
That's right.
Nah,
Share it, don't want it.
actually, it's not really much of a secret. I mean, the name I had before that was something that over time began to be misrepresented, because way back when I was in middle school, I had this frickin' stupid gall to make an online name that was literally, and I'm so ashamed of this, Anime King. And I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, God. So eventually, people would just shorten it to AK, and for a while I used that, and then I expanded it into AK the Twilight. And of course, in high school, that phrase, regardless of what it meant 10 years ago, is misrepresented today.
Yes.
So I'm like, look, I'm looking for something, just a name that I can get. So This was around, I'd say maybe 2005 or 2006, that the two System of a Down albums came out, Hypnotize and Mesmerize. And during that period of time, I thought that those were interchangeable words, because they kind of are. And I was actually listening to another System of a Down song called Suggestions, where they talk about post-hypnotic suggestions. And based on the synonymity between Hypnotize and Mesmerize, I called it post-mesmeric, which is basically a post-mesmeric suggestion. And it just kind of rolled with me. It had a bit more of an post-mesmeric. Not very many people know, but post-hypnotic, people understand that is something that you say to someone when they are in the state of being hypnotized. You're giving them these mental commands, these patterns that they're supposed to think of, and that makes them do certain things. It really had nothing to do with what post-hypnotic or post-mesmeric meant. It just, mesmeric is a word that doesn't really, people don't really know what it means unless you tell them it's related to hypnotic, and it just sounded good to me. And as the more I used it, the more it became synonymous with what I would do in gaming. I would eventually just shorten it down to Mez, M-E-Z. And that's sort of the short version of the thing. Is like I use Mez a lot. Like, there are characters I would doodle like in high school and college, and this little character that I draw, which was representative of myself, I would call Mez. I kind of start hashtags like Mez says when I have some stupid thing I want to say. And it just stuck. It sounded good. It really wasn't the meaning that made me hold on to it for so long. It had a little bit more depth to it. It kind of confused people a little bit, and I was satisfied with that, because the meaning itself really didn't mean much to me. It was how it sounded. It's hard to explain, but that's really why I stuck by it. Since then, there's really only been one other name that I would use online, called Trempest, but that was based on a working title of a Deftones song that just sounded cool too. I don't use that very much. I'm mostly post-mesmeric, and unless it's a case where I want to differentiate myself from another site. Like, I'm Trempest on Reddit, but I'm not post-mesmeric on Reddit. So
I have to say, though, if you ever do your YouTube and you do your vlogs, Mez Says is going to have to be your vlog.
That was my plan, actually.
It's totally a good name.
It has to be spelled
Works
with a Z.
well.
Yeah, M-E-Z says, like, tempted to get like the ending of the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon where it says Sonic Says, and like just Photoshop it and make it say Mez Says, because I'm stupid like that. But Mez said, I like that. I like how Mez Says work. All of these things are completely unintentional. I had no planning behind making it sound like that. And yes, my vlog is probably going to be Mez Says, or some video where I talk about something. I don't know.
I like that name.
Yeah, it's weird because
It's catchy.
I have no intention of making all of the meaning that comes out of these names comes after I've already solidified myself with that name.
Yeah.
It grows after being already planted, I guess. So
Definitely.
I don't know what my superhero name would be. Probably anti-something, because anything sounds better with the word anti.
I did remember one nickname. People started calling me Grave Robber there for a while because of a part I was playing in the Pittsburgh Shadowcast of Repo's Genetic Opera.
Everyone likes Repo.
Yeah. I kind of miss those times. I'd like to get that show started up again, but with some of the stuff that happened, it kind of left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and I don't know if it would.
Bummer.
My sister loves Repo.
Yeah, I went to a lot of the conventions for it and stuff. Got to hang out with Terrence and Darren a couple of times. Terrence actually several times. He was supposed to come out for the last show, but it ended up getting canceled because of stupid people doing stupid things.
Drama.
Basically, it's a shadowcast. Do any of you know what a shadowcast is? I know Alan here does, but
I'm probably wrong.
a shadowcast is where you have they do it for Rocky Horror a lot. I'm losing my voice. They have the movie playing and then there's like a stage down below the movie where actors are doing basically what's going on screen, but usually in a humorous manner.
Ah, I see. Huh.
So it's kind of like Mystery Science Theater, but you're also still sort of acting out what's going on. You're just lampooning it a little bit,
Ah,
or exaggerating it a little bit.
that sounds
They do it with,
interesting.
it's a big tradition with Rocky Horror Picture Show. Basically, that's what it was, and the whole point was we were doing it because we love Repo, and it was a fun thing to do. And a couple of people tried to turn it into like their portfolio pieces for film school or something. Or, yeah, they thought this was going to help them make it big, and I'm like, you're all dumb. You're ruining this. It's gonna be terrible. This is gonna crash. No theater's gonna want us, and that's exactly what happened. So.
Sadly. Well,
Should that be that?
we have gone through our 5 topics of today, and today has definitely been a very... Thank you, topics. Thank you. And thank you, Grim, as always, for the topics.
More.
It's
Much praise, Chris.
More
there were, like, going through, because I do have to read all the topics to put them into the hat, so, I mean, most of the time I'm like, I just write it and throw it in so that I have no time to sit there and think about it. Just
Right.
saying. Because that's not fair. That's really just not fair to me knowing what's
says I'm fair.
knowing what's in the hat and then give you guys no indication of what anything is. Though if you pay attention to Twitter, Jeremy, who will never pay attention to Twitter.
Well, that's his decision.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting Twitter exists, and like
I
check in and
try.
go, oh my god, all these things happened.
Yeah. But you can actually get, like, a preview of what the questions are because they're submitted publicly through Twitter. But a lot of the questions, like, there were, like, just humorous questions that were thrown in. And it's very interesting that, like, this episode was very down-to-earth. That this is very personal questions this time around. So I thought that was very, very interesting. It's kind of like flipping over a tarot card and being like, what questions are we going to get out of the hat today? What has the fates given us? So apparently we were given very serious and very personal and knowledgeable questions about our fellow /chatters. So even though we have 8 minutes to go, I don't feel like we should pull another topic. So unless someone has something to chat about for 8 minutes, we can go ahead and do our outros and end here for tonight.
I got a good superhero name.
Small topic. Yeah, go.
The Crimson Fucker.
Oh,
What?
the Crimson Fucker. It's Alucard's Twitter name from Helsing Abridged.
They actually made the Twitter account, too.
Yeah, they did. It's still up and running.
That's fucking awesome.
He started trolling whenever the Pope resigned.
Yeah. So Alex,
Oh,
what
man,
is
that's
what
hilarious.
what is now your 6-minute topic? Or David, sorry.
I was gonna say,
I was
what's
like,
your favorite movie line or catchphrase? One of those sorts of things.
Oh.
Favorite line in all of movie history. Yes. Don't have to explain why. Just what is the line?
knock knock Neo. Or ring ring Nero. I use that the most in all of my life. I did it yesterday too, because I was like, hey Jeremy, you want to play ESO? And then I sent him ring ring Neo, and then I called him on Skype. So I use that a lot. Like, a lot. The whole reference of that.
I have a
Okay,
large
anybody
list, so you might want to let me go last.
Well, what's your favorite? Like, what is
I
the...
can't pick a favorite. There
Okay,
are
then
so
pick
many that
two.
are hilarious. I don't even know if I can pick two. Got a quick impression for you. Caw, bang, fuck, I'm dead.
The Crow?
Yeah. Actually, there are a lot of good lines in that movie. Like, what was the one? I don't want to mess it up. It's it's right after he kills Fun Boy or whatever. He goes over to the woman that's the mother of the daughter. Is the kid in the show. How'd it go? Mother is the name for God on the lips of all children. heroin is bad for you. When he makes like the heroin like come out of her veins. From The Rock, Sean Connery had a really good line, and it was hilarious because I'm not used to hearing him talk like this. But he asked if Nicolas Cage was ready to go do something, and Nicolas Cage said, "I'll do my best." Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Carly was the prom queen. Yeah. I can do that word for word. Helsing Abridged. And all the Abridged series have so many hilarious
All
lines.
these squares make a circle.
All these squares make a
circle.
All
All
these
these
squares
squares
make
make a circle.
Hilariously derailing one-liner. Gina. Like, my.
So Alex, what is your favorite?
It's hard because I'm trying to go through all the movies that I really like, and I'm trying to think of a phrase, one that just kind of stuck with me. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Dead Poets Society. Carpe diem, seize the day is a good line, but it's not really defining of the movie. That's kind of a phrase that... I mean, the movie is based around that phrase, but when you think of that, you don't necessarily think of that movie. God damn it. There's always Wrong Hole in Dead Leaves. I really like Dead Leaves. I wish it had more phrases there. God damn it. I'm trying to think of like phrases that you wouldn't really expect, because everyone knows, so you know, there are so many quotes that everyone knows. And oh god, it's hard for me to think of a quote that from a movie. I mean, there are a lot of quotes that I follow, but I don't really think of any movie quotes. I need to go back and watch all these movies again. Like
Lord of the Rings has a really good one.
Yeah, that was yeah.
It is twitching because he's got my axe embedded in his nervous system.
One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them.
I mean, I'm trying to think of these things that don't really just define the movie, but just are amazing quotes in and of themselves. Shit. This is hard. It's really hard.
Maybe I should have submitted this one.
How about you think of what it is, and you save it, put it on your desktop, make a sticky note, whatever, and then tell us the next time podcast.
I'll forget. I'll forget anyway.
So.
Yes, Sparta.
Well, guys, it is officially 4 o'clock. So.
Outro time?
Huh?
Outro.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
outro time.
As for me, you can find me here. You can find me on YouTube as Power Button. And I'm gonna make it quick because I'm really hungry. I'm like, I want food. So, Jeremy, you can't find him. So we'll just skip to where Alex is.
You can find me on ESO.
Yeah, that's true.
I usually play as either Theogor or Fiach, if you want to know how the hell to spell that. I'm sure it's on Almir's, or as Groth Ravenstorm, or Linanshi, because I'm a Celtic mythology / Jim Butcher dork. But other than that, I'm not really on the internet. I'm the ghost of the machine. Bah.
So, Alex.
I kind of like that "I'm in lesbians with you" line from Scott Pilgrim. that
He's still
says
stuck
a lot.
on it.
That says a lot, but it's also kind of just a witty joke in and of itself. And I really like Scott Pilgrim, and Michael Cera's funny. I guess I'll go with that. I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am in lesbians.
It's like, I know he was serious when he said it, but that's something that you just kind of make as a joke in addition to some sort of, God damn it.
What?
Sorry. Automatic
So muscle.
playing ad on one of my tabs, which is stupid bullshit.
So where can we find you?
Find me where?
We're doing our outros.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I thought he missed that part.
Go on, Matt.
I am on aside from the Hardcore Gamer magazine, the Pittsburgh Music magazine, I am on the Twitter. Postmasmeric, I visit Twitter a lot. I got like 5 new followers in the last week, so I'm kind of happy about that. I'm going to try and post some videos on the YouTube under Postmasmeric sometime soon. I don't know when, but soon. And Postmasmeric Gaming will get streamed soon. I will let everyone know when I'm ESO enabled, because I'll probably be under the same name, Postmasmeric, but I'll keep everyone posted on
Oh, that was so bad.
the progress of that. What?
I'm Postmasmeric, and I will keep you posted.
God damn it! Shut up!
Unintentional pun.
Oh, why didn't I get that joke? I feel
Now has a catchphrase.
I feel unaccomplished.
It could be your catchphrase.
Whatever. Oh, God damn it! It really should be.
Yeah.
These ideas come after I've already established myself. Well, that's my spiel.
So, Cardinal, David.
Well, my name is David, also known as Cosnell to my friends. You can find me on Twitch TV at Cosnell. You can find me on YouTube at Cosnell. You can find me at Twitter at Alpha Cosnell. Long story. Well, not really. And also my favorite movie quote, because it's stuck with me ever since I've heard it, and I think it should define most people, is it's not what you are underneath, but it's what you do that defines you. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yes. Very
That's
nice.
a good one. Took me a
Very
minute to
nice.
place the movie, but yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So, guys, we have been your Slash Chatters, and it has been an amazing show, especially very heartfelt. Very heartfelt. But until next time, guys, here every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Tuesday, Jeremy, not Monday. Tuesday. Just saying. I'm screaming at your little icon.
And for all of us in Australia,
Wearing hockey pads.
So, here every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or Eastern Daylight Time now, which apparently has become very confusing for people, including me. Until next time, guys.
Submit
Have a
your
good one.
questions.
Yes, definitely.
Don't make Grim do all the work.
Twitter, go to tweets,
Damn it.
#/chat, and submit your topics. So
I have lost the game.
you have lost the game. But until next time, guys, we shall see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.